So, good morning. I'm Cassidy, this is Elena and Laura. Mr. Crawley asked us to speak today about art and science. No doubt they sound a little unrelated. It's been our experience that they're only mutually exclusive when bound by the confines of course outline or syllabus. The two practices themselves are actually quite closely related in both their aim and their execution. So, let me ask you a question. Are you a mathsy, sciencey sort of person or an artsy, languagey sort of person? Most people will immediately be able to understand and answer the question. This is because the two terms that we've assigned to these practices represent concepts in our minds. Visual art speaks of creativity, imagination, abstract reasoning and expression, whereas science is generally thought of in conjunction with structure, facts, logic and evidence. Depending on which method of observation one prefers, we can usually align ourselves to one of the two different types of people. Thus, it's not surprising that the two are viewed as polar opposites. This is particularly noticeable in forums such as high school, as the things that we learn, together with the general way in which we learn them, is fixed.
Outside of school, however, they seem to grow closer together. After all, both aspire to the collection of knowledge and understanding, be it of oneself or of the universe. Without the restrictions of subject curriculums and grades and so on, the overlaps between the subjects become more obvious. An example of someone who utilized both disciplines in his practice is, as we all know, Leonardo da Vinci, who was an inventor, scientist, and an artist. He incorporated his artistic flair into his inventions and his precision and scientific understanding into his artworks. Any man who would steal dead bodies for the sake of art must be somewhat into science, because that's what scientists do. They steal dead bodies to examine. Fast forward half a millennium, we have emerging artists like Michael Candy, who utilizes his knowledge of physics and engineering to create mechanical models of living organisms and then presents them as artworks.
What we're trying to say is that art and science are just labels that we have superimposed on our realities, ideas, and knowledge. If you remove these barriers, everything will just merge into one swimming entity, wherein you can pick and pull concepts, subjective reasoning, and truths at will. Rather than considering art and science as mutually exclusive, components of both practices can be merged in order to gain, say, a little precision in art or a little creativity in science. Human ingenuity should not be restricted by the need to pigeonhole two disciplines which have the potential to assist in each other's progress. There is always an overlap. It's the same as searching on Google Images. There is always that random picture that doesn't seem to have any connection to what you thought you were looking for. When you look at a rainbow, do you see the serendipitous colours, or the raindrops that refracted the light to produce the colours? We suggest a compromise. See the rainbow somewhere in between. Thank you.
The best newfound freedom is, and everyone will say the same thing, they're officially legal, to drive that is. And in their minds, of perfect age to drink something a little bit stronger than cordial. At our age, we are caught in the middle of our youthful innocence and the scary world that lies beyond the borders of our school and our family, with lingering expectations to find our place not only within what has become a solidified community here at school, but rather the ever-growing world of economics, politics, and design. Girls find themselves experimenting and expanding their horizons by unleashing their most basic human instincts, satisfaction and exploration. Some girls choose to satisfy their social appetites, diving into the world of partying and self-expression, whilst others explore boundless possibilities to act beyond their years and to stimulate their minds creatively and academically. We are fooling ourselves if we don't acknowledge that every generation goes through this period in life. When we get old, we don't want to have regrets and feel the need to break free from commitments that apparently tie us down. A perfect example of this is the film Hall Pass. For those of you who are unfamiliar, a group of men put their marriages on hold to experience what they're missing in the singles party scene, because they regretted not having taken full advantage of their days as studs. In reality, it would be bordering on pathetic if we were to end up with this kind of attitude. In saying this, there are many ways to explore life beyond childhood and expand our horizons, opportunities that will leave us with a greater insight into the part that we will play in our world's future. I have had personal experience in expanding my horizons. At the beginning of the year, I took on extra studies and completed a subject called Contemporary Issues in Law and Society at Bond University. This involved studying a wide spectrum of topics, including politics, abortion, euthanasia, stem cell research, and capital punishment. All topics many people believe are beyond my years of experience and knowledge. In my tutorial alone, there was a capitalist, a Muslim, an Asian, a European, and a few other interesting individuals, all ranging from 15 to 55 years of age. So there was bound to be a great deal of difference in opinion, and this was explored throughout our 12 weeks. At university, everyone is given a level playing field, meaning we all have the ability to share and manipulate many unique ideas. I formed independent opinions about topics that girls my age don't usually consider, developed critical thinking skills, and learnt to effectively analyse information put forth in lectures and tutes, as well as improving public speaking skills, as I learnt to speak freely in front of a diverse group of people. There are boundless opportunities out there within the grasp of young girls. It's just a matter of having the motivation and initiative to commit to these. Whilst partying may be fun and fulfilling, the abilities to converse and analyse at a university level can provide enlightenment and pave the way for a more successful and fulfilling future, personally and professionally. So don't limit yourself. Experience the world outside of your comfort zone and take advantage of ideas and opportunities waiting out there for you, because you never know where they may lead you. Thank you.